John's second letter might be short, but don't let that fool you. This short note is very tactfully written and actually spends nearly as much time helloing and goodbying as it does making its main point. But that's okay, because its main point doesn't require many words. People have different ideas about who this missive was written to. Some say it was written to one specific person. Some say that the chosen lady actually represents a specific church, and others believe that this letter was written to all churches. But to whom this brief note was written is not the important thing. Since its message is scalable, it could easily apply to any individual believer or any church of true believers. I could probably read the entire book in 1 minute, but somehow that just wouldn't seem right. Call it a missive, a memo, or a brief note, whatever you call it. It isn't very long. 2 John might be short, but its message is potent. Once again, false teachers were causing problems in these early churches, and they have been ever since. Since there were no hotels or motels at the time, the available lodging for travelers could be rather shady, if not downright dangerous. As such, it was common for believers in the area to house traveling preachers to show support for them, as well as demonstrating their faith in action through hospitality. While there was nothing wrong with that in and of itself, it did present a problem when false teachers came to town. John points out that by supporting false teachers in this way, it would appear as though this lady agreed with and approved of their false message. It is important to note that John isn't saying that she shouldn't show kindness to unbelievers, but he is specifically referring to those who are actively preaching a false message. And how do you recognize a false teacher? It's not in his eyes or in his face, but in his message. Anyone that doesn't say that Jesus, the Son of God, came to earth in flesh is a false teacher. John said that we should show love to one another, but supporting false teachers gives them a credibility that they don't deserve. John must have thought that it was important to deal with this issue quickly, since he wrote such a short, focused letter. John finished by saying that he had much more to say when they could talk face to face. Well, I sure hope so, because that was a mighty short letter.